Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the R&D mode, where today we're going to be building a combat hover. Finally, a hover which is meant to be in the middle of the battle, rather than simply hiding away throwing missiles or long-range projectiles. Now, honestly, I don't really know what weapon type we're going to use. The problem is, when you're using a hover, like I've explained before, the shots are normally led quite heavily. Because you're always moving a little bit, your shots are being led in that direction, and the AI doesn't really compensate very well, meaning that things like lasers tend to just outright miss the target, and even the smaller projectile weapons. So really, I don't know what we're going to use. I'm thinking perhaps something like the Venture Rapid Cannon, since it does blend in with the better future stuff as well. Maybe some of the smaller mortars, because that would look really cool. And maybe even shotguns or flamethrowers, I don't really know. It all depends on the overall design of the craft. Now either way, we are going to be using a lot of hovers, and most likely we're going to have a spine of hovers all the way down, well, the spine, as you can imagine, and then just a few turning hovers on the ends. Well, let's see if we can get the basic shape together, shall we? So the basic spine will be something like this, although I will flip some of the hovers to make it look a bit more symmetrical, because that'll just look better. And the overall goal of today is just to go through all of these targets here without dying. All of the ones over there near the hazard symbols. If we can get to the end without completely losing our craft, and without trying to outrange them all, then I will consider this a great success. Honestly, I will still consider it a great success if we get close to the end, because some of the last ones do have cruise missiles and such, which can be rather brutal. How is this actually controllable? Well, I say that as it starts to dip, but still. Oh god. Okay, never mind, it's not controllable, I lied. Stop, come on, that's it, charge. There we go. No. Yes. No. No. Stop! I'm pressing backwards! Obey me, I am your creator! Okay, this is way too heavy. Yep, this is not in... No, this isn't good. This isn't good. So we're going to need way more hovers than I originally thought, because I forgot how heavy mortars are. But just look at the explosions, and you can fire them when you're still moving around, which is nice. Yep, definitely going with mortars. Definitely going with mortars. Mortars! It's just a fun word to say. Okay, control's a lot better now. The weight isn't quite as bad, which is nice. Still need a little bit more lift, though. Though, not too much, not too much. Just a little bit more so things like this don't happen. Yeah, need to balance the lift. Maybe another gyroscope. Probably not. And then I think we're okay. We're getting there, lads. We're getting there. I very much intended to remove these as I continue to change this armor section, which is still very much in development. Let's ignore how it looks currently, but I was going to remove these. But honestly, I quite like how that looks. Although it's very jagged, it's very obvious what's happening here. These look really nice going in like that. It almost looks like it's a clip or a section which locks into place. Yeah, I really like that. We could even make it so this middle section here with all the exposed parts could look more separate from the armoured section on the outside, and things like this could be the piece in between. Okay, got a few ideas now. I have no idea of the style I want to go with this thing. This is the type of thing I've been using so far. It looks almost organic, like a trilobite or something similar to that. And I kind of want to continue with the style, but I don't think it's going to work with something so chunky. I do kind of like how the front goes, though, so I'm thinking extending these two along a little bit, pushing this back a little bit, then having the weapons sort of raising up as the craft goes back, and then on the back having something, I don't really know, maybe some of the large steering hovers and stuff, so it looks like there's something functional at the back. This would give me more space for more batteries, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But I don't want it to be really, really oversized. I'm kind of pushing it now. Normally, I have an idea of what I want something to look like. This time, I really don't. Yeah, I think these cannons may be our main weapon. That is far too much fun to use. I mean, that's pretty cool too. Not all that powerful, but it looks awesome. They're also pretty good even at shorter ranges. Yeah, they do tend to hit. Only a few misses, and this is with me going around and, well, point blank range. Purposefully just allowing the craft to sort of slide right now, by the way, just to try and test this out, and yeah. Okay, Venture, you're proving yourself very useful right now. Also, those mortars look really weirdly alive. Well, at least the shots are looking weirdly alive, I should say. Not very strong, though. That's taking a long time to do any real damage, but worth it? Worth it. Definitely worth it. Small, more likely to hit mortars at the front, which do minor damage, and then the heavy-duty Hawkeye at the back, which should mean... Yep, that looked pretty good. Almost using the smaller mortars as point defense against smaller targets, and then the Hawkeye weapons are there to actually do the damage. Bang. Lovely. Okay, so shall we use cannons is the question. After that, I really need to balance the hovers to make this thing a little bit more static. I do want to use them. I really, really do. Also, as you can probably tell, I have now started adding the shields. The repair bubbles will be added soon after. We need 2 more Havoc shields at the back, and then probably 3 or 2 of the Hawkeye repair bubbles. 1 at the front, 1 somewhere in the center, which should grab everything. Now, with these cannons, I would love to use them more. It's just their hitbox is very difficult to work with. I still don't know what I'm doing with the center of this craft. Maybe I could just fill this in and then have these on the top. Not too sure. Either lasers have been improved, or they weren't as bad as I thought they were in terms of actually hitting the target. Not that you can see it very easily, since, well, the video will be rendered down, but still. Yeah, these are hitting the target, even when I'm moving purposefully rather erratically. Maybe lasers would be a good option. Still think mortars are the best option, but still. Maybe we can work some lasers into this. So I did want this thing to look quite thin, but I feel like I've gone a bit overboard. It's almost wafer thin, considering how many things we've added. Still, though, this should be pretty good in terms of damage output, and it does have a lot of battery power as well, so it should be able to take quite a few hits before eventually dying. The cannons don't aim as fast as I would like, but their damage and range certainly makes up for it. And their fast fire rate is just loads of fun. Whoa, those small mortars go miles! Especially if you're moving as well. The bulk of the damage, though, is definitely still the mortars at the back, mostly because of their ludicrous area of effect. They can get through so many shields. And then force repairs, which drains batteries very, very quickly. In addition to doing damage to the shields themselves. Yeah, not the strongest craft, but lots of projectiles, lots of explosions, lots of fun. Okay, so then... how are we going to do this front section? I feel like the front here needs work. This just looks really, really bland, so I'm thinking about bringing these along a bit more, and then adding some more texture, because just pure white here looks really, really dull. Then doing something to the back as well. I feel like something functional needs to be here, even if it's just thrusters or something. Getting pretty close, though. At least, functionally we are. Still a lot to do, though, in terms of looks. Though that does look pretty cool. Hello there! Oh, don't let him get underneath you. Okay, let's back off a little bit here, please. Didn't expect them to sort of rush me then, honestly. Was not prepared for that. Not the best first proper combat test, got to be honest, but still. That could have gone better if I played that a little bit smarter. Don't know why I thought I was going to stay there. No idea what my thinking was there, honestly. Oh, that's why controls have gone. I've lost one of my hovers. Okay. Still, survived, got batteries left. Let's repair. One thing I really should have been doing is using the Better Future 2 block rather than just the singles everywhere. It's almost always better to have the health consolidated into a larger block than have lots of smaller blocks with less health. So, now to begin the very boring process of replacing lots and lots and lots of blocks. I've also now started to use a little bit of Hawkeye just to give it a bit more texture. That's the thing. I could have made this front way more rounded as well, but I've decided I like this. I like the sharpness of some of these edges to contrast the more smooth sides, and sort of smooth front as well. I like contrast. I like very chaotic designs. I couldn't even say the word chaotic. I like chaotic that much. But Better Future forces me to try and make things look smooth and pretty. So right now, the thrusters I've just added are not balanced, but here's the thing, I love how it looks when they're on. That angle just looks so cool. It really would not be difficult at all to balance this, but I kind of love that, especially since they're not on for very long. Also, yeah, I've added loads more of the small mortars because I just absolutely love them. I may leave that. I very well may leave that. In fact, our normal movement is slightly slanted, and again, I'm okay with that. And that's because I've removed one of the gyroscopes, so the balance is more needed. But I just really like how it looks. Is that okay? I think it's okay. Apparently I'm stuck. This hitbox is not working as intended. Let me out! Come on. Okay, how about if I do build mode? Yep, there we go. We are still attached right there. I'm free! Down goes one. Down goes the other. Now, admittedly, I'm trying not to outrange them too much, so I am holding off a little bit of how much I'm firing. The problem is, these mortars really like to go incredible distances. Okay, need to slow down a bit now, since they are taking a little bit longer to die. Make sure the main mortars can actually hit the target. Wait, are you technically alive? Oh, no, no time to check. Let's, take out you. This is the first one with loads of health. Wow, yeah, it's still up. Oh, that would explain why our mortars are hitting behind the target. Okay, so our main mortars then weren't even helping. That's helpful. Well, it's the opposite of helpful, but you get the sarcasm. Ooh, the cannons were missing a little bit then because of that slight slide. Oh no, we're going to die here. Yeah, our battery's about to run out. Oh, never mind. The main mortar just detonated something. Don't outrange them too much. Come on, Lathrix. If you're gonna die, just die. No need to cheese it. Oh, rails. Kill it. Kill it quickly. Did it die? Wow, need to remember these mortars like to be quite far away. Cruiser missiles. Yep. Ow. 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 Everything went. Ow. Yep. There, my batteries. My batteries are exploding. Well, we won. Okay, we won. Just a slight gap in the front there. Woo. Okay, so for now, I'm going to say I'm done. The reason is, there is a big patch coming up very, very soon, which changes how hovers work. Well, they add more options. We're now going to have the ability to customize our controls. I think it's to a certain amount of presets. There may be more customizability within it, but either way, I will be covering that patch incredibly soon. So that update should be here midweek. I think they said Tuesday. It's currently Monday while I'm recording this, so I need to finish now to make sure I'm ready with all these different crafts. So what do we have? We have the tiny little craft here, which is just really easy to use, gets around nice and quickly, it's all simple. We have our plane, we have the VTOL, which is the one currently floating away over there, because everything is a hover. There we are, and air mode activated. We have the sled, the ski, and then of course we have our proper combat hover, which can deal a lot more damage and take a lot more damage than all the others. So, I think that's a good little amount of crafts to use with the new update, because we can test out loads of different things. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future, just as all of my crafts slowly float away in the background. Goodbye, my children. Go out into the world. So thank you so much for watching. One thing I will say, though, before we go, I really, really love these tiny mortars. I don't know why I haven't tested them out so much before. That's just really, really weird. So, thank you so much, and goodbye.